everyone. I'm Carlin Bathe, and welcome to the Nordstrand Mall, like I mentioned, in Gothenburg, Sweden. I am not alone. I'm so happy to have the band back together. We've got two of my favorite people here. We've got Anthony Grisgold Sevilla III and Cam No Sleeves Halpert. Cam, first of all, you're the first, the one and only. And I gotta ask you though, what's with all the Finns in the final? Is NHL 23 more popular in Finland? What's going on? Are these gamers just like incredible at what they do? What's the deal?
I mean, they've dominated the European competitive space over the last few years, and kind of headlines it today. Out of the 64 players that competed in the preliminary rounds, 44 of them were from Finland. That's 70% of the preliminary rounds and 100% of today's European Championship. That's
some incredible stats right there. My goodness. Grizz, are you excited to be back in person? Look at this.
Not only back in person, back across the pond. You had a farther trip than us, but you know, it's great to be back here, and we're gonna have some great Chel today. It's gonna be that round robin that we know and love, and we have 4 competitors today. They all qualified to get here through the preliminary bracket play, and here they are: Eki, Tempinen, Nikki Dangles, Hanselino. They will play 3 rounds of single round robin, so they're all gonna play against one another. And 2 games at the same time. We'll try to keep you guys updated on all the action from all of the matches.
My name is Hannes Hanselino Kettunen. I'm from Finland and I'm 29 years old. I played in 2019 NHL GVC on Las Vegas and I was 6th. But this year I'm gonna be number 1. So my biggest supporters might be my wife and my 1.5-year-old. If I qualify to Nashville, we're going there with my family. My favorite NHL player is Brent Burns. 2019 on NHL Awards backstage. Brent Burns came there. I got a picture with him and Thornton also, so it was an amazing experience for me. Watch out, Daddy is coming.
All right, our next our competitor here at the European Championship, we've got Nikki Dangles.
My name is Niklas Tukiainen and my gamer tag is Nikke Dangles and I'm 19 years old from Espoo, Finland. I'm competing in this tournament to show that I'm the best in the world. I think I will win this tournament because of my creative offense and my fast counter-attacks, so you will probably see a lot of goals from me. I was 2nd in 2021 in this tournament, so I'm really looking to win it this time. When I score a goal, I usually just scream.
Next up, we've got Tempinen. Let's take a look at his player profile.
My name is Teemu Karvunen and my gamer tag is Temppanen. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Oulu, Finland. This is 7th year for me in competitive NHL, so this is my first LAN event and I'm really excited about that. For me and Nick, it has always been tight games, and then against Eki and Hansu, usually Eki has won me, so it's time for my win now.
Our last but not least, let's take a look at Eki.
I'm Erik Tammenpää, username Eki, 23 years old from Helsinki, Finland. I am the 2018 NHL Gaming World Champion and 2018, 19, 21 and 22 European Champion. It's not been an easy ride for me this year. It will be hard for sure. I always say next one is the hardest, or like it's always super hard to win, but I go to every tournament with the same mindset as it's my first, like put maximum amount of hours.
In the questionnaire we asked you, who do you consider as the Chel greatest of all time? And you wrote a smiley.
You can't really say yourself, but I'm not willing to say anybody else, so I just wrote a smiley face.
Get down deep, send it towards the net, scores! DeBrincat ends it in overtime! We are going to jump into our first matchups in round 1. Eki and Tempinen, as well as Hanselino versus Nikki Dangles. Now fast out the other way. Here's Foss, he's in, and he scores on the backhand, and Hanselino is going to go up 1-0.
There you go, Hans, that counter punch, able to get the turnover.
We'll see that a lot throughout the competition, but here's McDavid. Our first look at him, and he's going to send it across, and Connor McDavid's going to get the goal with the assist from Nikki Dangles. Wrist the line into Duclair, speeds in down the left-hand side. Keller back to Duclair, he scores! Far side wrister for Anthony Duclair, and it's 3-0 Hanselino. That one's going to be stopped to Foley with a chance, and he scores! Patiently waits that one out and makes it 3-1 with seconds remaining in the second period. Here we go, under 10 to go. Can Nicky Dangles tie it up late? Honzolino sends it around. Sends it down the length of the ice. He timed it perfectly, and that is going to do it as Honzolino will take game number 1 in their matchup. Here we go. It's our second game 1. Eki versus Tempinen, a 3-1 lead for Tempinen. Sends it all the way down. Tempinen trying not to pull anyone out of position, but there it is as the far side post play with Svechnikov is going to make it a 1-goal game here in the third period. Now Thompson back in for Tempinen. Holds it wide. Can't get across. Tries to walk out in front, and he does, scores, makes it 4-2 late in the third period. And Eki now trailing by 2 late. 3 seconds remaining, and that is going to do it for game number 1 as Tempinen is going to beat Eki 4-2. We've got Nicky Dangles against Tempinen and Honzolino taking on Eki. As I believe we're going to start first with Eki and Honzolino. Why not? And this is a big one. Honzolino up 1-0 into the round robin. Eki needs a win here, 2 versus 3, or maybe even just win outright. There's a shot on here, and Eki is going to bury there to go up 1-0, finishing off the pretty passing play. We're still early on in the day, Grizz. Now we've got Tkachuk. Eki looking for more, and he gets it, and he makes it 2-0. Crosby's going to send that one around to Ovechkin. What a tandem we've got there. And Crosby will finish things off and make it 3-0. Honzolino, I don't think he likes that one. Nylander gets across the line. Spins in. Here's Hegg. On the backhand far side, he scores. What a feed is Johnny Gaudreau is going to make it a 2-goal game.
In the middle of a mall, too.
Absolutely. It's a one-timer from Ovechkin with gold 1T. The exclamation point there. Honzolino with Haula now into the zone. Honzolino trying to get back into this, and he does, and Haula fires one. Short side makes it 6-2. Now into the corner, it's Matthews. Eki looking to get back on the score sheet, up 3. As he walks out and scores to the far side to Austin Matthews. Uses that reach. Honzolino's not able to get there. Eki spins around, gets away from the pressure. As now he gets out in front, and Tkachuk finds a spot, and it's 8-3.
Here's a good chance for Hans on the breakaway. He'll score.
Great feed there to go backhand, forehand for McDavid. He gets his first of the game.
Might have lost game 1. There's still more to play for. That's exactly what the round robin's about. There it is, Matthews getting 10, the touchdown and the field goal.
We pick things up in the third period. There it is, Tempinen against Nicky Dangles. There's a shot there from Nicky Dangles.
Oh, he absolutely just goes for it, whether it's a shot from the slot, a shot from in behind the net, like you said, looking for that post play that we often see. There's a goal.
As we get the wrap, haven't seen one of those yet today. Kaprizov is going to send that one in on the far side, makes it 3-2. 5 minutes remaining. There's Hughes and a great cut play. Ottinger swimming the other way. Nothing he could do on that one. And then again, final 10 seconds. Tempinen able to get that goal back. Doesn't mean much in the game itself. He still loses, but that goal could be huge when it comes to the tiebreaker, as now everyone is 1-1. Round number 3, Honzolino against Tempinen. Nicky Dangles versus Eki. First place is on the line, second and third is on the line, and so is fourth. We're going to find out a lot after this game. It's a quick wrap attempt early on, and Nicky Dangles is starting things early against Eki. Because if Nicky Dangles were to beat Eki, right? Nicky Dangles obviously then is going to move on in the top 3, but he would actually be number 1 if Honzolino wins, because he lost to Honzolino. It's a whole mess. But Ovechkin says that's enough. Honzolino isn't winning just yet, and makes it 1-1. He's gonna play that one out. Theodore Raymond sends that one to Mercer. Partial break for Eki. Sends it in front. He scores. Self-sauce pauses the goalie, and Eki makes no mistake. Can't get it across, defended well, but he picks it back up. Donskoy's in, he scores on the forehand. He makes it 3-1.
What a play from Eki.
We pick things up late in the first period. Is Tempinen looking to get on the board, as it is 1-0 Honzolino. But a turnover late. Here's Segrist. Honzolino with a chance. He sends it back, and that is going to do it. Honzolino and Tempinen are going to go to overtime. Each of them lock up a point, which means that Nicky Dangles has locked up 4 spots. Honzolino wins and beats Tempinen here. Eki finishes first as he sits there and waits. We can see him in the corner. Eki sitting there waiting to know his result. Will he have to play for his shot in Nashville? Or will Hanzelino get it done here in OT? Has he got a shot? He scores! As Hanzelino's going to end it early. We are into our semifinal matchup. Again, this is going to be game number 1, Hanzelino and Tempinen, as they look to go up against Eki, and Tempinen wants one more game at least against Eki, and he is going to make it 1-0. I was kind of surprised. Once you go, McDavid is a quick wrap, and it's a 2-0 game for Tage Thompson. Again, Hanzelino's not going to have to battle back, but Tempinen showing a great offensive prowess here as he makes it 3-0 off the rush.
Our second, all three of us.
Our second,
As
yeah.
we get another one, 4-0, as McCann is going to pot one. Now Caulfield speeding down the wing. Hanzelino sends it across, and he gets on the board. It's 4-1. All off the rush. He's going to get a chance here with McDavid. McDavid back to Sider, rips one on, and that one's going to be tipped just wide. Nylander over, and he scores, makes it 4-2, as Keller gets him within 2 in the second period. Hanzelino wins that one with Nylander, gets into the zone. Nylander back and forth, sends it across, and he scores. Haula again is going to make it a 1-goal game. Edmund now back and forth. He'll send it out, and Tempinen is going to hold on. The game 1 win, 4-3 over Hanzelino. I mean, that's going to be where he does a lot of his damage, but if you give him time on attack as well, he's still one of the better players in the world, and that's just that much more at a disadvantage if that's the case. But we'll see. In game 2 is underway. Can Tempinen start early? And he does. Pasternak makes it 1-0, and he wants this over in 2. And a bad turnover there to Fox. Fox gets a step, he's in, and he scores on the forehand, makes it 2-0.
All right, what a play there.
Fiala on the backhand, still has it, cuts into the middle, the shot away, and he scores! Kevin Fiala makes it 3-0 for Tempinen. Again, this is where Hanzelino started to take over, as you start to see Tempinen kind of sit back. I'd like to see him kind of answer or be able to hold on, but Hanzelino makes it 3-1 just like that, and we've got a remake, I think, of game number 1 on our hands. Is Hanzelino now with a quick answer. Fiala with it on the backhand. Waits for something to open up, 30 seconds remaining. A shot on, and he scores! Huge goal late in the second period, and he makes it 4-1.
He said you got your one chance.
30 seconds, it's turned over in front, and McDavid scores. Makes it 5-2 with 30 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining now, and that is going to do it. Tempinen is going to win the series in 2 and move on to the finals of the NHL 23 European Championship.
So clearing the eyes there, maybe getting a little sweaty on that one, taking down Hanzelino in 2 games.
It looks like we are all set for game number 1 of our final at the NHL 23 European Championship. It's Tempinen versus Eki, and a European title is on the line. Both players will go to Nashville in the World, but we've got a European title to settle. Under 30 seconds to go. Still holds it wide. No one in the middle. Can he get a shot away? Now to Fiala. It's a weak one. Besser on the backhand, and that one doesn't go. Time for one more. Sends it across. It goes out the other way. And
what is it with Tempinen at the end of periods?
Sends that one across to Matthews. Good defense, but he picks it back up out in front, and he scores! Matthews picks up the puck on his own rebound, and it's 1-0 for Eki in the third.
Just unbelievable, all the experience that he's mounted up at just 23 years old.
And Pasternak is going to tie it up with Silver 1T off the face-off. And just like that, he's back in the game late in the third.
These guys just will not quit.
5 seconds remaining. Pasternak's going to get bumped off, picks it back up, walks towards the net between the legs, doesn't go, and we're going to overtime in game 1. Spins back around, holds it wide, a good poke check there, but he picks it back up into the slot, he scores! Tempinen is going to win it in overtime and take game 1.
Henrique in OT, your game winner. And it felt like he had to take that game with how well he played against Eki.
Game 2, we're in title rounds now. As Tempinen with a win here is gonna 2-0 Eki and be your NHL 23 European champion. and take home that $15,000 prize.
Here we go, puck drop underway. We are tied here. Tempinen taking on Eki in this best of three. If Tempinen wins, shot, score! Just like that, Eki getting on the board early. It took an eternity to get that goal last game. Opens it up here. Blue line play for Theodore. Now Spurgeon. Spurgeon finding Stone. Stone working inside. Upstairs, he scores! Eki up 2-0. They really like that toe drag shot far side, though. We've seen that a ton today. Here comes Eki. Shot stopped by Ottinger again. There it is, scores! Eki with Matthews now up by 3.
Over to Spurgeon, now to Sheary. He walks in and a shot far side and he scores. Donskoy buries it and Eki's starting to roll here in game 2. Picking it upstairs, Fiala with it. Over and across and he scores. McCann with 3.5 remaining. And Eki kind of stunned he couldn't get into that pass intercepted. What a goal there. It's back to Doughty over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin with gold 1T. Fires that one on, waits for the screen. 4 goals. And again, Eki showing up big in game number 2, and Eki is going to make it 6-1 on the backhand. Ovechkin now into the corner. Pressured there, bumped off the puck. Svechnikov walks out in front, he scores, far side. That's 7. You saw Tempinen control his goalie there for a second to try and stop that, but not able to get over it. There's the ending here, all but a formality, and he just did. Did that just go off of Tempinen and into his own net?
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining here in the third period of game 2. McCann now. Nice play to Besser. Off the rush. Pretty passing play, and it's a 6-goal game. Here's Tempinen. Cuts to Henrique, and he scores. Raquel makes it a 5-goal game. And again, obviously, game 2 did not go the way that Tempinen wanted. But he scores there, and he scores the last, 3 goals?
So the third period has definitely gone way of Tempinen.
4 seconds, and that is going to do it. Eki wins game 2, 8-4. And we're going to a game 3 at the NHL 23 European Championship.
This is going to be a battle. We're going to crown our European Championship. If you're listening to me right now, you are going to want to pay attention and watch this one. Cam, take it away.
All right, this one's for all the marbles. Again, here's Fiala, drives it wide, brings it to the middle. Eki's goalie lies down, and that was almost catastrophic. Walks out in front, he scores! Fiala is gonna make it 1-0 for Tempinen.
All right, and the claps as well from the crowd. You love to see that.
As Eki looking to tie things up now. As he gets a little bit more aggressive, and Matthews buries that one on the far side and makes it 1-1.
There's a little bit of emotion out of Eki as well.
It's Raymond now. As the far side play, Tempinen covering that well, and he scores! He walks that one back out in front and picks it upstairs. What a goal from Eki. Dowd now with it. Dowd's got it, drives it towards the forehand. Out in front, he scores! Ottinger gets hung up on the bar. And Eki late in the second makes it 3-1. Over to Thompson. Little self-sauce, backs in, sends it across, and it hits his own man. Kachuk with it, back out to Thompson, he scores! Gets the post play to go, and it's 3-2 early in the third. Fiala can't get his guy to move out of the way. Now Fiala walks it out in front. Now back out in front, McCann is going to tie things up with 13 minutes to go in the third period.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is absolute insanity as he battles all the way back, and he is pushing Eki to the brink.
8 seconds remaining. Down to 5. Eki sends it back into the corner. Braun's got it. And for a second straight year, the European Finals is going to go to overtime in Game 3. And now we're in next goal wins territory. Overtime of game number 3. And possession is going to go to Eki. Heiskin into Doughty. He's already in with Crosby. Crosby's got it along the half board. Sends that one back around the net. You don't want him here. Defended well by Tempinen. Walks out in front, and he scores! It's gonna go! Eki wins it in overtime. He goes back to back to back. The now 5-time European champion, Eki.
This this is rightfully yours. You are the 5-time champ now. Go ahead, take your trophy, raise it up, show it off to the crowd. Everybody give this man a round of applause. Winning it in overtime again this year. Eki, just tell me what's running through your mind right now and how did you pull this one off?
I don't know, it feels pretty unbelievable. I feel like Temppanen outplayed me in game 1.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was going to be a struggle, and I was really frustrated when I lost that game because it was so close. Even though he outplayed me, I feel like I had the chance. And yeah, winning 2 against him I knew would be tough, but yeah, game 2 was probably my best game today. Got it going offensively, and then yeah, just kept it going in game 3, and yeah, super happy.
We're in Washington, D.C., USA for the North American Championship today. Here in the District EA Sports Theater, these 4 players are going on the virtual ice. We've got Cad Cooks, 21 years old from St. Julie, Quebec, Canada. Duncan Deli, 22 years old from Trenton, New Jersey. Jose X10, 19 years old from Troy, Michigan. And Sky is Taken, 20 years old from Webster, New York.
All right, so first up, our first competitor, Grizz, is going to be Cad Cooks. Let's take a look at his player profile. He's 21 years old from St. Julie, Quebec.
I'm Samuel Landry. I'm 21 years old. I'm from St. Julie, Quebec. My gamer tag is Cad Cooks. I think I'm going to be the NA champion because the tournament is played on versus teams, and honestly I have the best chance there in my opinion, and people would agree to. To everyone who supported me, whether it's my friends or my family, thank you, and I'll make sure to bring this tournament home. I'm going to cook these guys on land like I did to everyone else on my way to the land.
Up next, we got Duncan Deli, the always entertaining 22-year-old from Trenton, New Jersey.
My name is Ben Pasqua, also known as the Duncan Deli.
Here's Duncan Deli, and he scores!
The biggest thing that brought me through the finals was the bathrobe. Without the bathrobe, I couldn't have done it. My confidence is still at an all-time high. I think I've mastered the game at this point. My motivation to win now is I need to prove that I can win in person in front of a crowd.
Game's not over till it's over.
For all my competitors and doubters, watch out for the crease crashing boy.
All right, next up, we've got Jose X10. Let's take a look at his player profile. 19 from Troy, Michigan.
My name's Joseph Olmstead. My gamer tag is JoseX10. My confidence is at a 12 out of 10. I'm the best. I already beat one of the best with regs, so now, I mean, there's really no one. My plan is not to lose a single game. Let's go!
Last but not least is Sky is Taken, 20 years old from Webster, New York.
My name is Nick Ilievsky. My gamer tag is Sky is Taken. My motivation is definitely some of the money. My confidence is pretty high. I think I just beat the best player that was left in the tournament. I feel the greatest out of any year I've played NHL.
I can't wait to see how these matchups play out because all of them are extremely confident. I think this field is wide open. Here we go, as now Cad in transition on the backhand, sends it across and he scores. He's gonna open up the scoring in this one. Crosby makes it 1-0 for Cad. Coming from that, now he's in the zone, cooking, as he says, along the goal line. Tries to get across, and he does! He's gonna make it 2-0 as Nylander gets on the board to make it 2-0 for Cad.
And for those enrolled in the Duncan University, he will show you how to execute that as well.
As that one's gonna go, and Crosby makes it 3-0. Now Cad out the other way to Athanasiou. Tries to back in, he's stick checked away by Duncan Deli. Athanasiou sends it across, and it's 4-0 early on, and now he's looking for 5. Carlson and Fiala, and he scores! It's 5-0. 3:43 left in the first. In their first game. As a shot on, he scores! That one's gonna be tipped home, and short-handed, he gets one back. if you're Sky or Jose, I mean, you're watching, you've got some time here to watch how CAD plays in, Deli plays, and there we go. We get our first double-digit performance of the day as CAD puts up 10. As this one sends it down low, and that one doesn't go. And no overtime game so far. As a wrap there on the forehand, and he makes it 11. Don't sit there silent, you know? Show the emotion. Is he one-on-one? He gets a piece of it, but that one's gonna go 13 now.
As at this point, they're just trying to see how long this game can last.
I think so. And that's gonna do it. As the first round is over here, CAD takes a big game one over Duncan Deli. And we've seen Jose compete now for a few years, and he looks far more confident now as the games have gone along and the tournaments have gone along. And you really got to think that he's got a good shot today as he makes it 4-0. And just like that, he's rolling in game number one. And again, goal differential is a part of the tiebreaker. So you want to make sure you keep it close. Barzal fires it in, and there he goes. He gets one back.
All right, we've got round two. We're going to take you between both matchups and show you what is happening.
Here we go. Sky versus CAD in our second round of our round robin. On the breakout. Sends that bad breakout there to McKinnon. CAD walks in, he scores. You can't do that. As CAD buries that one and makes it 1-0. We spend the entire game trying to figure out how that's going to go down. But Crosby's got it and he scores. Keeps it on the forehand, and CAD says he doesn't want to worry about a third game. As Matthews now, he drives wide. Sky looking to tie things up. Back across, and he does. Duclair makes it 3-3.
All right.
And I think we're going to play for overtime again.
We're going to wait it out.
It's an offensive zone faceoff here for CAD.
Huge opportunity. Goudreau's going to walk in. He scores. He makes no mistake there. As CAD is going to win game two in overtime. And that might lock up at least top two. 30 seconds to go in the first period. A turnover here. Deli's in all alone, and he scores. Makes it 3-0.
Rips that one top shelf, and there it is, the you can't do that staple.
On the breakout to McDavid, and there goes McDavid, speed down the wing, 3 seconds. Oh, he almost gets a little toe drag, but that's how this one's gonna end, as Deli, he enters the fray now after shaking off that first round
the bathrobe
loss.
gets on the board, gets up his first win as well.
Let's take a look at the matchups that we have secured for our final round. In the round robin, a lot on the line with this one, Cam.
I mean, the Sky versus Deli one. Sky could send Deli home. I mean, that's within the realm
or
of
vice versa.
Or
I mean,
vice
if Deli
versa.
wins, Sky's home.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's why this format, I think, just makes it so much more exciting. And again, I was talking to the players. They all enjoy it as well. But we are going to find out who is going to move on in the top three, who's going to Nashville, and who's going home as we start round 3 of the North American Championship round robin. As, again, Jose versus CAD, our other matchup, and that's what we're going to start with here. Al McKinnon. Now with one, and he buries that one as the Manny goalie, and he just rips it home. And this one is huge. Again, if Sky can beat Duncan Deli, and that's going to be a goal there for Deli, as I said it, as Thompson hammers that one home. Deli sends that one across the Besser. Now to Kerfoot. Rebound shot there, and it's going to trickle in.
What do they call me?
The crease crashing boy.
You're not supposed to answer. We saw Sky against CAD utilize this strategy very, very well. Just extremely patient with it. Still has it back to Olafson. He scores. Great play there on the far side, and it's a 1-goal game. So it's a big one for either of these players. Now behind the net, here's Matthews. Back out to Duclair, and he buries that one, and it's 2-2. This one is going to determine who goes home. Kaprizov across, and it's in the net. Back to McCarr at the point. It's Edmund, tipped on, it's in! If Sky can come back, then all bets are off, but we've got some interesting matchups here still. As that one's bump free. This Sky's got it with Barzal still on the backhand, looking for something to open up, nothing's there. Fires that one upstairs, and he makes it 4-3.
Here comes Deli.
Now Besser's got it, still has it. Rebound shot, Kerfoot gets it! Off the tournament, Hedman now over to Cogliano. Rebound chance, and he gets it again! And he says it's so easy. And again, the winner of this is going to at least keep their tournament hopes alive. Mercer across the hollow, and that one doesn't miss. And it's 7-5. 20 seconds remaining, and Deli can't get it out. Barzal hits Olafson, he scores, and it's a 1-goal game with 14 seconds remaining. Down behind the net, Deli with it. Kaprizov turns it over, but he gets it out, and that's gonna do it as Deli holds on and wins 7-6. But there you see it, the final bracket. The lone Canadian goes 3-0. Cad Cooks is gonna book his ticket to Nashville at the Worlds and a date with Eki and Tempinen. But we need to find our second representative.
Next up, we've got this semifinal here between Deli and Jos.
Here we go.
And we are underway with game number 1. The white Detroit Red Wing jerseys for Jos and the red homes for Duncan Deli. Now Ovechkin, who was dominant in game number 1, walks out in front, he scores! There it is! 1-0 for Jos, just like that. Down the left side with speed, has a player, far side, he scores! Besser now to Kerfoot. That's a great read, and now out the other way is Jos. Jos has it 2-on-1. Kyrou makes no mistake, and it's 2-1. Deli's able to send it all the way down. A turnover, and here's Thompson. Here's Kaprizov. Deli looking for a goal, and he gets it!
You can't do that! You can't turn over the puck! Let's go!
As now, one more chance for Jos. Hughes to Kyrou across, it's in the crease, and 3 seconds remaining, and we're going to overtime. Absolutely, it's an offensive zone draw. Makar, here's Raquel, and he scores!
And Deli draws it up off the face-off play. Wingers on the dot. Does not matter. Duncan Deli takes down Jos in game 1 overtime.
Here we go, game number 2. If Deli wins this one, he's going to the Worlds with Cad. Jos wins, we're forcing a game 3. Kerfoot's got it now in transition. Hits Zegras. Zegras has it now behind the net. Wrap attempt, and he scores! Hedman now to Kaprizov. Has that one to Makar as he works it around the outside. Deli with some offensive zone time, and he scores! I'm curious if we start seeing some not one-timers, but as a shot across to Svechnikov, and just like that, it's 2-1.
Not one-timers. That's looking like a one-timer to me. Svechnikov getting on the board.
One more goal would be huge for Deli, you'd have to think, as now he walks across the line. Rebound, it's in the nets!
Let's go!
Hughes now with it the other way in transition. In all alone, and he loses the puck. Jos just battling, but somehow it ends up in the nets, and it's a 1-goal game. 11 minutes remaining in the third period. Jos trailing by 1. Hughes across the line, sends that one around to Tkachuk. They battle away, and it walks out in front, he scores! McDavid ties it up. 10 seconds remaining in the game. In regulation, I should say, as now Kaprizov's got it, drives it in time for one more. Thompson, rebound chance, Anderson will hold on, and they're going to overtime for the second straight game.
I cannot believe this.
The speed of McDavid, we just haven't really seen him utilize that like he just tried to there.
Deli turns it over, Svechnikov's in 2-on-1 maybe. Out in front, he scores, and we're gonna have a game 3 as Jos ends it in overtime.
You know, I'm always rooting for chaos, and chaos it will be. We have game 3, Jos clinching that one.
All right, the winner of this is gonna go to the finals here at the North American Championship and book their ticket to Nashville, and Duncan's gonna start early as it's 1-0.
No response emotionally out of Duncan there. He knows that one goal will not win this game.
Again, good defensive play there by Deli to not overcommit. It's gonna go anyways as he sends it through, and Jos ties it up. I didn't think he had a spot there. Run over at the blue line, but a turnover. Jos is in all alone. What a play there as he goes backhand, forehand, and he takes the lead. Deli trailing. Deli has not been trailing in a game since game number 1, and it's not gonna take very long as he ties it right back. Now to McDavid with speed just straight down the wing. Now stops up behind the net, sends it back out in front. 11 minutes to go in the second period, and here goes Zegras. Still has the puck. Down behind the net. Can he get a quick wrap? He does! And it's 3-3. As the flip play, he hits it. Deli's in. Has a step. Lafreniere rebounded. It's in! But that might be a kicking motion.
I think that might be good, Cam.
drama.
That might be good. It's not. It's not good.
Oh, my Lord. There's now that shot to Tkachuk. Behind the net they work. Tries to get that play. Kyrou now, and he scores! Goes far side, and he gets it to go. Hughes now, he's gonna send that one up. Hits him with a little of his own medicine. He's in all alone. Backhand, he scores! Now to Keller. Good read, but it makes its way to Toffoli. Cuts into the middle. Backhand, he scores! 3-goal lead, and he's running away with it. Jost with 6 seconds remaining. He's got time for one more rush. 1 second to go, and he ends it with .2 with the one-timer, and that's gonna do it, as Jost is gonna win the series 2-1 and move on to our final. Game number 1 of our North American Championship is Cad versus Jost. Cad has not played in 4 hours. Jost just came off one of the biggest games ever, but Cad looking to cook early. Goudreau with it, Cad's got it. Again, off the rush, maybe a wrap, and he gets it to go! And it's 1-0 for Cad in the first. Now McDavid we'll see if Jost has an answer. Drives it on the back end, across, and he does! And it's 1-1 as Brady Tkachuk ties things up. As Cad covering the middle of the ice, trying to make sure a pass doesn't go through. Ovechkin across to McDavid, and he scores, and it's 2-1. Jost now sends, or Cad now on the back end, sends it across and immediately gets it back. Cad will bring that one, a nice spin move, and he sends that one in down below. Comes away with it, shot upstairs, and he scores! Goudreau again. Fox lugs the puck up, gets over into the far side, hits the trailer, down to the forehand, he scores! McDavid's got a step towards the net, curls back out in front, shot upstairs, and he gets it to go! And Jost is gonna take the lead. 5 seconds to go, and Jost is gonna finish this one out, and he's gonna take game 1. We're in the money games now. If Jost wins this one, he's gonna win the North American Championship. Cad wins, we've got a game 3. Theodore's gonna lug this one into the middle, still has it. Backs it in, shot on, and it ends up in the net!
The last chance puck movement.
Absolutely not. Now Cad with a 1-goal lead. McCann's gonna bury that one, and it's 2-0. Gonna send that one over to Keller. Keller now cuts into the middle. Rebound, a chance to Foley, scores, and I don't think that one's gonna count.
Oh, he was crashing a little too hard there. We'll see.
And
it does! Okay.
Stone on the backhand, can't get the shot away. Goudreau pick it up. Goudreau sends it to Drouin. And he scores to make it 3-1. Again, utilizing the speed of his players from the draft. McDavid has it again. Hits Kyrou. Back to McDavid. He scores. And it's a 1-goal game for Jost. Absolutely. Now back to 1 goal. And Hughes has it. And Jost is trying to lock up the North American Championship in 2 games off the turnover. Backhand. He scores. Ovechkin takes advantage of the turnover. And we're all tied up. McKinnon now the other way. Heiskanen over to Crosby now. He's into the zone, cuts into the middle, and he scores! Keeps it on the forehand. Kyrou now picked off McKinnon, but McDavid's gonna step in. Here's Jost. Behind the net, has it shot upstairs, and he scores! We've seen that 3 or 4 times. McCann now, behind. 3 minutes to go, out in front. Nylander buries it! And he finally gets that shot off. 40 seconds remaining. Behind the net, Jost chases, and he scores! Cad is going to go up by 2 in the final minute, and it looks like we're going to have a game 3. And down below the goal line, pressured there. Larson back out, and Goudreau is going to put the final touches on this one. 6 seconds to go in game number 2. And just like that, just kidding, it's going to be 1 more goal from Jost.
Love scoring with no time left.
And he loves that. All right, this one is for all the money and the title. Game 3 of our North American Championship, Jost versus Cad. And again, just how dangerous Cad looks off the rush. But now Kyrou with a step. Jost is in, back to Kyrou, and he scores! Takes a 1-0 lead early in game number 3. Now across the line, McCann's got it, back to Fiala. Nylander doesn't shoot, and now he does! And it's 1-1 on the pretty passing play. Crosby now cuts into the middle, sends that one to Fiala, and he scores! Cad is gonna take the lead. Cad gets the lead once again. And Jost battle back off the faceoff. It's Ovechkin, he has a step, and he scores right off the the draw. Ovechkin ties things up.
It's never just one off the rip. It's Ovechkin, the C's part, and he takes that one home. A 2-2 game. Joes ties it up seconds after that CAD go-ahead goal.
All right, we are right back to where we started. Now Carlson with it along the goal line. Waits for something to open up. Here's Carlson. Curls back around, waits for an open lane. Now he does with McCann, he scores! 3-2, and Cat takes the lead once again. Iskinen. Big hit there at the line. Ovechkin is all over the place in this one. He's got to step again on the backhand, and he scores again, and we're tied up.
Back and forth we go, and Kevin NHL loves it.
Carlson now off the face-off again, back and forth, he scores! Cad gets another one as zero defense is being played.
Back to back to back to back goals.
Kachuk with it. Now to Cairo. He's crushed there on the breakout. Back in with McKinnon. McKinnon cuts towards it. Gaudreau is going to finish it off, and he'll get a 2-goal advantage. Cairo, nice little self-sauce. Still has the puck. Jost walks in front, and he scores. Goes on the forehand, and he buries that one to make it a 1-goal game. Now Nylander. He walks in on the backhand. Still has the puck. Sends it across, and he scores as Cad buries that one late. Sider steps up, Pocheck, but that was actually a good play. McDavid to Cairo, and he scores. I don't know how that one finished off, but what a play there by Jost. McDavid, a good Pocheck behind the net. McDavid walks out in front of Cairo with his 4th goal of the game. Is going to tie things up.
This is bananas.
Final minute to play in game number 3. Crosby drives it wide, a wrap attempt, and he scores! He gets it to go in the final minute, and Cat takes the lead once again. McKinnon off the draw, he's got a step towards the net, he scores! And he adds to the lead once again.
Back and forth, they've gone all game, and finally, in the last minute, Cad able to get that 2-goal lead.
Sends it over to Theodore. All the way down the ice, 18 seconds. Jost comes out to play it, and Drouin is going to send it in. And that's 9-6 for Cad. 5 seconds remaining. It goes into the corner. 2-1, and Cad is your NHL 23 North American champion.
What a battle this series has been. Unbelievable. What a day. And there he is, Cad, reigning supreme.
What a series these two guys put on, and Jost going back-to-back in that series in the semifinals puts on another great performance, but let's hear from Carlin and our winner.
Thank you so much, Cam. Cad, what a performance. You kept us all on our toes. You had a great competitor playing against you in Jost. You had quite the break between the round robin and this final matchup. How you feeling right now?
Unbelievable feeling, honestly. Like, I don't even know, I'm still shaking. I'm so happy. Oh my God.